Hey friends, Sarah here. It's a beautiful Wednesday evening here in the Midwestern United States. Hi, I'm excited to see you. For those of you, if it's your first time here, hi, my name is Sarah Ray Werner, and this is my cat Midori. Uh, she's 19 years old and very, very old. I think that that's probably a good descriptor for her. Hey, Poxy, sorry I terrified you. We have a lot of wonderful and amazing people here in the chat tonight. We have Poxy, we have Charlie, we have Steffers, hello, we have Anne, we have Nomi Cola, hello, I'm so glad you're here. Tim, hello, Forsaken Fallen, the other Anne is here. Mike, hello. Hi, Tania is here, hello. Yeah, oh, Jimmy's here, hey friend. Hi. Oh, thank you. Yay. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments how your week has been so far. It's been a little rough for me and for a lot of the people who I've been talking to this week. So let me know how you're doing. Alex, hey, are you off? Like, are you off work or are you just like able to make it today? I'm happy to see you. Fantastic. What's everybody working on tonight? Ooh. Hey, Skit's here. Hello, Skit. Poxy says, I'm currently playing some GTA 5 online on my day off. Yes. So I'll be listening more than typing tonight. I hope everyone has a good day. Poxy, thank you. Fantastic. Oh, that's right. Alex, I forgot you're on vacation. That's right. That's right. Oh, no. Anne says, I took last Friday off and I feel like I've been paying for it ever since. Oof. Oh, I'm sorry. Forsaken Fallen says I'm doing bittersweet. Oh, carrying on. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's too young. Yeah. Yeah. Mike says, yeah, the week was a bit of a tale of two cities, the best of times and the worst of times. Yeah. Charlie's making pasta. Hey, Infrafan, it's good to see you. Hello. Rainy and productive. Oh, those are my favorite kind of days. I like rainy, productive days. That sounds really nice. I've got some blueberry aloe tea here with me tonight that I will be sipping. And I'm going to also, I think, be working on my newsletter. I think maybe I mentioned earlier, I'm supposed to have a new Right Now podcast episode out this morning, and it's not out yet. And that's totally my fault, totally on me. I'm just really behind, and life has been kind of hard. But it sounds like a lot of you are feeling that right now as well. Yes. Nomi says, it's been kind of rough here too. Oh no, you have COVID again. Oh, I'm so. Oh my gosh. 2nd-degree burns. I am so sorry. I recently had a really bad 2nd-degree burn on my arm. It was awful. Oh my gosh. Well, sending so much healing and warmth your way. Wow, that is a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with. Alex says, fall appears to have finally arrived in Northern California. Falling Hoshi has a cat and some tea. Good. Steffer says it's been a busy week, but we're making some great progress on Spectre. Episode 1 is with the sound designer. Yay. We've just decided to add some supplementary music to a couple of areas. Lovely. Table reads are scheduled for this and next weekend. Wow. Take selection. Oh my gosh. You're in the thick of it. You're in the thick of it. Pinball Princess says it's definitely been a week. Mercury definitely went hard on the Gatorade. Yes. Oh, you also have blueberry aloe tea. I think that's what I made anyway. Yeah. I bought it because the box was pretty and because it said the tea will make you radiate beauty. And I was like, well, I'm not so sure about that, but it also just tastes lovely. And so I'm just gonna enjoy it. Tim says, show the new wrist burn. Yeah, I was taking some roasted vegetables out of the oven. Okay, so don't look if you don't want to see my burn. Okay, like fair warning. Look at Midori. Well, don't look at all at the screen. So I'm gonna show you my new burn that I got. It's actually not that bad. Like it's healing nicely, and it doesn't actually hurt. And it's not a second degree burn. It's just like a little oven burn. Um, I don't know why Tim wanted me to show you that, but I've showed you my wrist burn. Um, oh my gosh. Infrafan says my brain hurts from animating. I'm using the term loosely as I'm not a professional, LOL. No, but you're still working hard at it, and it still is work that matters and is important. Oh, still waiting on your Crohn's meds, so it's been a brain mushy week, says Dahliage. That's, yeah, 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 yep. Yes, Augie, I'm so glad you're here. Augie says, hey, friends, I'm having a rough week too. Glad to be amongst friends and finally get some work done. Yes, Augie, I saw your post on Twitter earlier. Really, it looks like struggling to kind of get into the project that you're working on and make good progress with it. And I'd love to talk more about that here if that would be helpful. So yeah, just let us know where you are with that and what you're thinking. Oh, yes, do it, Anne. Hot cocoa, yes, do it. Good, good. Shannon says, yeah, been a rough week dealing with people who are mean to people. Thankful for my creative crowd. You know, it doesn't, sorry, I could like talk about this forever, but it does not cost anything to be kind. And it just drives me insane when people don't put in that little tiny nudge of effort that it takes to say thank you or to say please or to smile at somebody. Like it makes a huge difference for such like low effort. Sorry, it's just Oh yeah, yeah. You have the radiate beauty too. Yes, 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 yes. Give me all the benefits. Oh, hey, Damien's here. Hey, friend. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, Skit says also a rough week, but it's getting better. I get to travel and see my best friend this weekend. Yay. So I'm excited about that, but also, oh, job hunting. Ugh. My sister just went through, we'll call it a season of job hunting, and it's hard. Let us know if we can support you, how we can help you. Yeah, Steffer says I'm in the thick of it, but I'm loving it. Good. I've been really struggling to find purpose at my day job this year, and I'm starting to realize that my day job is just that. Yes, this is such a good realization. My day job is just my day job. It pays the bills, and I don't need to feel super connected to it when I can find my purpose and drive outside of the bill-paying activities. Yes. I mean, one day I do want you to get paid for your creative work, one day soon. But yeah, it feels really good to be able to say, I don't need to find my purpose in my day job. Like my day job can just be about me going to work, occupying my time with something that gets me money, maybe like making friends with, like if there's cool people to work with, like that can make a huge difference. My last job, everyone many people I worked with were very cool and they were a joy to work with. And some of them have become lasting friends. And I'm really, really grateful for that. So, but yeah, I always found my sense of fulfillment in the writing. I always found my sense of fulfillment in creative projects and in spending time with people I love. And that's just, yeah, I feel that. Augie says, I just need some encouragement. Augie, how can we encourage you today? I think you're awesome. And I'm going to say that in front of this whole stream. Augie, I think you're fantastic. And I know it's hard to work on this project, but I also know you can do it. And you're going to feel so good when you are able to launch your project and it's able to be out there and people can enjoy it. Like, we just got to get you to that point. So anyone here, it looks like we've got, good. It looks like we've got some people. Good. Yeah, yes, good. Oh, there's some really, really nice encouragement going on here. Yes, Pico. Hi. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hello, feeling super unmotivated and depressed this week. Same. I like to be really transparent about what I'm going through. And I think I mentioned a few weeks ago, I had to, I've been on anti-anxiety and antidepressants for years, and I had to like up my dose this summer, um, which was a big deal for me. And I'm on a really high dosage of um, the medication that I'm on. And, it's one of the only ways that I can cope with life and and show up for you guys and show up for myself and show up for my partner Tim. Um, I know it's hard. Thank you for sharing that and thank you for being honest. Those of you who are struggling with anxiety, depression, anything else, you're not alone. You're not alone. We're here with you. Yes. Good. Forsaken Fallen. I love that. Worked up the courage to add your pronouns to your email signature at work. I love that. I feel like that was a really significant step for you. Like that's really cool. That's really cool. Mm. Tim, this is helpful too. Tim says, to all of my depressed, unmotivated, and burned out friends, you should find something new that makes you love whatever it is you're working on. An awesome new show or movie can really revitalize your creative energy. I remember I was really not in a good place with season one of Girl in Space back in, I think, 2018. And so I started binge watching Alias. I borrowed the DVDs from my mother-in-law, and I like watched just the first 2.5 seasons of Alias. And it got me really fired up to create my own epic story. So it's kind of like whatever works for you. Augie says, I'm working on sound design. I finally have all of the lines in, and all that's left is to make the sound awesome. Good. It's a long process that takes a lot of steps, and it feels overwhelming, even though I enjoy it. Yes. Ooh, therefore I default to, is this even worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That's a good question. Is it worth it? What are you putting into it? And do you enjoy what you put into it? And what are you getting out of it? And do you and or other people enjoy what you get out of it? And if you weren't to create this project, insert your own project here, how would you feel about that? Would you feel like you were living up to your purpose as a creator? Would you feel like if next year, October next year rolls around and you're in the same place, you haven't made anything, will you feel regret? These are really good questions to ask yourself. And if that's something that you'd like to work on tonight, is journaling through some of those questions, I encourage you to do that here. This is a great place to do that. Augie, those are really, really valid questions. Yes. Yeah, Dahlia says, Augie, you're amazing. Hard times will eventually pass. It doesn't mean it won't be hard, but it will pass. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. Jimmy says, the week has felt like a series of warm, damp washcloths hurled at my face at various unannounced points of time by catapult. Jimmy, you just have such a way with words. I mean, I know you've been feeling bad, but like, I love that description of it. Also, I have sped well past imposter syndrome into you're definitely a writer, but one who sucks, and that is your role, chum. Also, I want to know who the hell Mercury the tardigrade is and why it hates me. Oh, Jimmy, you don't suck. Anyone else who needs to hear this tonight? You, yes, you. Hi, this is Sarah. I'm speaking directly to you, and you don't suck. You're awesome. You are here in a space for creators because you want to be. You want to be here, and you're here. You showed up. You showed up for yourself. You showed up for your work. You showed up for the rest of the creative community. You are here, and I'm so happy to see you. Deep breath. Just showing up for your work, showing up for yourself. That means you don't suck. That means you're dedicated to working on your project, to getting better, to finishing your project, to whatever it is. We're going to move forward. And I know it takes a long time, and I know it's hard. Boy, do I know it takes a long time. and it is hard. I know both of these things very, very well, but we're still going to move through it. You're going to feel so good when your project is done. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Tim is here. Hello. Good. Yes. One day at a time. Yes. Take lots of breaks. Yes. Editing really saps you. Tim, that's a really good point. And one of the things I often forget is that creative work takes a lot of energy. So, you're not like exactly like shoveling coal, right? And like working your muscles, but you are burning energy, and you need to rest. Like, you can't sit there for 8 hours straight and edit. Gotta take breaks. Gotta be gentle with yourself. Augie. Yes, I have ADHD, so meditation is difficult. Yes, lots of stops and starts that get irritating after a while. I totally know this. Yes, yes. Please know that I do understand that. Yeah. Tania says, I'm having a force the butt to stay in the chair kind of day, but I've been getting a fair amount of writing done. Ooh, I love that. I'm hoping to polish it tonight. Good. Tania, I love to hear it. Yes. Jimmy, what if you're the only person who thinks you suck? Yeah. Yeah. I think you're being your own worst critic. Yes. Oh. Oh, there's so many good comments. Oh, there's so many good comments here. Okay. Oh gosh, Skit. Yeah. Skit says, I'm looking for a writing job, but they all basically, yeah. Yep. Yep. You haven't published anything other than writing podcasts, which is legit. It's frustrating getting started in a writing career. Have you reached out to the WGA list? And Skit, I don't know if you're a part of that. And if you're not, just like message me on Discord or something, and I'll get you the contact information. There might be people there who are looking for writers. And if you're looking to get into like book ghostwriting or content marketing or like some kind of freelance writing, that's like a different process too. So let us know in the Discord how we can help you with that. Yeah. Yes, full mod power. I love it. You guys are fantastic. Yes, I do want to do a brief but not unimportant shout out to my beautiful mods. Thank you for being here. Our mods keep our community safe, and just they keep trolls away, and they just keep an eye on things, make sure everything is going smoothly. So thank you, mods. You are wonderful. You did. Charlie, did I know this? Did I know you took the day off work because you woke up from a pulled muscle? Oof, today's been all about breaks. Good, good, good. Good. Jimmy, I feel this. Yeah. Jimmy says after that whole furious month of posting, so Jimmy wrote 30 poems in 30 days, and it was a huge achievement. And Jimmy says after that, after a furious month of posting so many poems, I took a couple days away from posting and my traffic dropped to, well, yesterday I had no visitors to my site at all, not one. It is frustrating, and it is up and down. I know Tim recently, I hope it's okay, Tim, that I'm talking about this, but Tim took a few days off of Twitter, and downloads for Omen like plummeted significantly. And it was just like, oh, okay. What does this mean? What does this mean for Tim as a creator? Jimmy, what does this mean for you as a creator? It doesn't mean you suck. And I know that's where you go. Like, oh, nobody's on my website. Nobody wants to read my writing because my writing is terrible. Like, that's how our brains work, right? We go toward that blame. We go toward saying like, oh, obviously nobody wants to read what I have to write. But there's a lot of things at work. There's a lot of things there. You know, Facebook was down for multiple hours. And if most people find your website through Facebook, that might be one reason why your site visits were low. I can talk. You know, it might also just be you haven't found the right audience yet, or you're still building your audience. I don't want to dismiss how you're feeling because that's extremely valid. But I also want to let you know that I think you're a really good writer. And I want you to keep going and have courage and be resilient. So, yeah, I know it's hard. I know. Good. Falling Hoshi. I like this. This is balance. Falling Hoshi says, I've been in a better place this week, so I'm sorry that people are not having a good time. You know, we go in waves. Interesting. Damien says, I'm feeling very depressed, but very motivated. It's one of those weird things where you know that things aren't as bad as they feel. Yes. So you just have to push, even though you don't think you're strong enough. You are. And yes, Damien, you are strong enough to do that. And I'm really proud of you for doing that. And I'm really grateful that you're willing to share that. That is really, really fantastic. Yes. Oh, Tim. Tim says, part of the reason I come here is that it helps me feel not alone. To be with people who are struggling with anxiety or depression or motivation. Thank you to all. Hugs. Yes. Hugging you back, Tim. We are a community of people who we're people. People have anxiety and depression and ADHD and bipolar disorder and all of the things. And that's who we are. And that's who we are when we come to the artist's table. Like, this is who we are. This is where our creativity comes from a lot of the time. And it's just, this is the whole package, right? Like, warts and all, depression and all. You're definitely, definitely, definitely not alone. Good. Yes. Good. Vulnerability is important. I used to think that I shouldn't share stuff like this because whatever, one day if I wanted to run for office, nobody would vote for me because I had a history of depression and mental illness. But it's like, I'm not running for office. I'm going to be a writer for the rest of my life. And so I'm like, you know, as long as I'm sharing it from a place of, hey, I want you to know that you're not alone. And like, hey, here's some ways that help me deal with what I'm going through, and maybe they'll help you too. I think that it's really good and really healthy to share that. So thank you. Thank you for saying that. Ooh, writing a thriller is a lot harder than I first thought, says Anne, but I'm not giving up on it. Good, good, good. Oh man. Oh, geez. Calliope Muse 78 says, my anxiety and depression was not helped by major surgery 3 weeks ago. Holy cow. Now all my colleagues have returned to work. Australian school holidays have just finished. And I have to continue staying home for another 3 weeks when all I want to do is go back to work. Ugh. Not being able to function in the way that you want to, that's extremely frustrating. Oh man, I hope that you're healing. I hope that you are starting to feel better. And I hope that, I don't know, can you take some time to recharge and read and, I don't know, watch something good? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, there's a good conversation too going on here about metrics. Yeah. Yeah. Infrafan says, yeah, the only person who can give a project its true value is yourself, which is really hard. Infrafan continues, my last book got great reviews, but it didn't sell that well. Yes. Even though I didn't feel it at the time, I'm immensely proud of that book. Yes. Yeah. And Jimmy says, so if I'm not valuing based on metrics, then what do I base my value on? That's the question I can't get around. That's a hard question. Yes. Augie says the stories, I'm sorry, you can kind of like, I'll like creep over the comment here. Augie says the stories I'm working on are stories I've been able to rewrite, cast, and design with skills I've been honing for the last 4 years. Yes, it's literally a trophy case of my work as an author that will be the first season in something I hope to do for the rest of my life. Yes, I want to be Paul Bay, Jordan Cobb, and Sarah. Paul and Jordan are just awesome people. I know that I can only do that if I do the hard stuff, but knowing my stuff will be better in the future makes me want to skip ahead without all the failure in the middle. Oh, I know. That's a huge frustration. That's a huge frustration. But that's how we learn. And I hate to say that because I know I sound like a motivational poster, but like, okay. I don't want to say I wasted time, but I spent a lot of time working on an outline for season 2 of Girl in Space that I ended up not following, and that ended up not being helpful because I had to come to terms with the fact that I'm a discovery writer. And I put all this time and energy, some might call it wasted time and wasted energy, into a lot of hard work that ended up not paying off. But I learned a valuable lesson. And I know that's crappy to hear. I know nobody wants to say, well, I got stabbed in the shoulder, but I learned a valuable lesson. Or my car got stolen, but I learned a valuable like nobody wants valuable lessons. But that's what makes us better and stronger. And it sucks. And that's where resilience comes into it because I love every one of you. We are all going to fail a lot. And in order to fail, you have to be brave. And in order to come out of the failure, you have to be resilient. If you're going to come out of failure and say, hey, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to move on, you need to be resilient and you need to want to move on. You need to want to move forward. And so many artists, I've seen so many artists just give up and stay stuck. And that's where they need to be right now. I'm not saying they can't take an upward trajectory in the future, but developing resilience is really hard, but really worthwhile. Sorry, like 9 billion comments came in. Hold on. Yeah. Yep. Augie, that's exactly it. Yep. Augie, you just nailed it. Thing is, if I do skip ahead, even then it'll still be the middle. I would even challenge you not to think about it as a middle, right? Because that implies that there's an end. And is there? I've been thinking a lot about this, and I don't think there's an end. Like, I believe that projects have finish lines, like projects have like release dates. Like, I'm going to finish this novel and publish it, and it comes out February 22nd, 2039, if I'm still alive then. But where we are is where we are. Like, where we are shouldn't be compared to a future date. Like, where we are is where we are. How's that for profundity? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. This is something I'm still working on myself, is being present and not comparing the present to some imagined, not yet existent future, because we need to make that future. In order to make that future, we need to be here now with our creative projects. Maybe that's a little bit of a downer and not inspirational like I hoped it would be, but that's just something that I'm thinking about. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Tim says, I'm very good at Twitter, apparently. Augie says, you're all amazing and I appreciate you so much. Augie, here is a heart. Well, this heart is for everyone. Maybe you can see it better if I like silhouette it against the dark of the night outside. But yeah. Jimmy says, it means that people won't read what I write unless I write something new every day and then nag them about it. Jimmy, I want you to challenge that belief. I want you to challenge that belief because I don't think that's true. Marketing may feel like nagging, but I think that this is it's a limiting belief. And I think it's holding you back. I also don't want to belittle the pain that you're feeling because I know it hurts to create and put your soul and your passion and your heart into something and like have it not be noticed by anyone. I know that hurts. but it doesn't mean that you are not a fantastic writer. Yeah, Alex says, half of writing is about perseverance and not giving up. Yeah, sometimes it sucks and sometimes it's awesome. I mean, without going into a very obscure movie reference, I'm just going to say yes. I was going to like say something else, but that would and look, it's 7:30. Well, it's 7:30 here. But we're creeping up on and maybe creeping into create a long time. Oh, you guys are saying such good things. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Tim says, I've been burying myself into my newest pod project and just impatiently awaiting validation of the project. Yes. Hoping that it helps other people enjoy their days and get some laughs. Just haven't found our audience yet, and we are young into the project. Yes. I know it's really easy for us to compare ourselves to either shows that are with a network or podcasts that have been around since 2012. I do that even. I'm like, oh, the Magnus Archives has this huge fan base. And it's like, okay, they've been around for like years longer than anything I've created, right? And it takes a long time to build a fan base. It takes a long time to build a fan base. It takes a long time. And that's frustrating. And I hear you. I hear you and I see you. And I know that struggle. Oh, I hear you and I see you. It gets me down sometimes about the Right Now podcast because, I've been doing the Right Now podcast since 2015. So that's like 6 years, right? And you'd think I'd have like millions of listeners now, but I don't. I put a lot of work into it. I put so much work into it. And sometimes it's disheartening when I look at my numbers. Like, oh, I put in 12 hours of work for this. Oh, I know the feeling. And I know it hurts. I know. Yeah. Yes, it's hard for new shows. Yes, it is. Hanapocalypse is close to 5,000 and it's been a year and I'm dealing with the same uphill constant promo cycle. Yes, it's wild. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is hard for new shows. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Stuffer says, I'm actually really terrified about the Twitter aspect of Spectre. Like, I can Twitter just fine, but for marketing purposes, no. Stuffers, don't change anything. Don't change anything you're doing on Twitter. What you're going to do is just keep being you. You're just going to be more you. You're just going to engage more with people. You're going to like more people's tweets and you're going to send people little thank yous for recommending your show, but you don't need to hard sell. You don't need to hard sell. Falling Hoshi, I love this. If you're feeling like you belong in the garbage, it's trash can, not trash can't. Thank you. I kind of want that cross stitched on something. Yes, I'm excited for Spectre. Augie, I'm excited for your project. Yes, you can never go wrong signal boosting others because marketing, sorry, not to like go into this here and now, but marketing isn't about selling. Marketing is not about selling. Marketing is not about saying, here's a link to my show. Okay, well, it is sometimes 80-20%, right? 80% of the time, you're engaging with your audience, you're having fun, you're providing value, you're boosting other shows, and you're building community. You're building friendships with other creators who are in the same boat that you are. 20% of your time, you can sell. So 20% of your time, you can provide a link to your show. But the 80% of your time, I want you to spend 80% of your time making as close to genuine connections with people as we can do via Twitter. And I know there's a caveat. It's not like going to a conference and like having a drink with somebody or like having a croissant with somebody. It's not the same. But right now, it's the best that we have. We're doing the best we can with what we have. Yes. Oh, Forsaken Fallen, I feel this too. There's so many struggles tonight, you guys. There's so many struggles tonight. So what I'm going to do is we won't start our create along for just like maybe 10 more minutes because I want to get through some of these comments because I think we're having a really good discussion tonight. And I think this is so important. And I'm seeing so many people who are feeling pain and anguish and just a lot of really difficult things. But I totally get this. Forsaken Fallen says, I hate that I have 2 short stories to write by the end of the month. And all I want to do is work on my novel. Oh, my friend. I have to tell you, I worked on a project this morning. And then I have to write my newsletter tonight. But I also have a friend sent me this beautiful pink and rainbow UFO notebook. It's got a nice hardback cover. And I'm writing in it. I'm writing some stories in it just for me, not for anyone else. Just as a little treat. Sarah can have some writing for herself as a treat. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim says, I think being good at Twitter might be synonymous with desperate for affirmation. Wow, calling me out, calling all of us out. So it's good to ask if it's worth it sometimes, and breaks are good. Yes. Wow, you guys. Oh, that's whew. I feel very called out. Wow. Charlie, thank you. I like this. Yeah. Charlie says, I know of one romance writer who didn't feel like she'd made it, whatever that means, right? Until well after her 30th published book, complete with a classy author photo. And for me, I'm not going to write 30 books in my entire lifetime. I'm probably not going to write 5. Like, I'm going to be one of those writers who writes like 1 or 2 books. And then I have like a couple audio dramas and like, that's it. 30 books. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. 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 You know what? I'm gonna share this. Yeah, Damien says, yeah, Sarah actually planned to fail or expected to fail with season 1 of Girl in Space. Yes. Yep. And with writing, it's better. Yes. After you ship a story project. Yes. Yep. Honestly, you also go back to that and read some things you did. Yes. I was inspired. Look at me. Yeah, Girl in Space was an experiment. And I fully expected it to fail. And oh, this is like a whole Sarah gives a talk at a conference, but I have so many mixed feelings about what we interpret as success as creators and what we deem to be a failure or a success, and how we have a really complicated and I think limiting binary system of fail or succeed. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah. Planning to fail, expecting to fail. I mean, Damien, thank you for reminding me of that too, because maybe I think some of us have to reevaluate why we're doing this. Are we doing this to succeed? And if so, what does it mean to succeed? Are we doing this for some other reason? Are we doing this to fulfill our purpose? Jimmy, I know you are a creative person in your heart. And I know you're driven to write. And I think that that's bigger and more important than anyone else reading it. Again, and I don't want to invalidate what you're going through because I know that you're really struggling to find an audience. But I also don't want you to neglect the fact that writing is who you are and part of who you are. And when you write, you're fulfilling a purpose. And it may not be clear right now to you, or especially delightful what that purpose is. But I think sometimes there's something bigger at work, if that makes sense. Yeah, good. Yay! Yes. Listen to Augie's Attic. If you guys want to support Augie's show, listen to Augie's Attic. If you want to support Tim's show, listen to Omen. If you want to support Damien's show, Damien has several shows, listen to Hanapocalypse and Cybernautica. If you want to support Steffers, the show is not out yet, but Spectre is on Twitter if you want to follow that. Oh my gosh, I love this pen. Yes, notebooks are happy things. Yes. Good, good. You guys are amazing. Season 1 will hopefully be out on Halloween. It's called Augie's Attic. So yeah, let me just oh, I feel this. I feel this. Yes, MATR, Matt R 1980, if I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying it right. Oh man, we totally need a better metric than numbers. Right Now is one of my favorite podcasts. More importantly, it's regularly an infusion of encouragement. But yes, most of the time that appreciation is silent. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. And that's hard. That's hard. Yeah, Damien, this is it. Yes. Everything you do on Twitter has your logo attached to it. And that goes for any social media. Anything you do on Instagram, anything that you do on TikTok, whatever social media you prefer right now has your logo attached to it, which means you've increased your own visibility. Yep. Even liking someone's post, it all adds up. Yeah. Oof, you guys. Oh, I know. Oh yeah. Yes, if you need an invite to our Writers Mastermind Discord, let one of the mods know in the chat, and we'll make sure to get you in there. It's a great place. There's so many good, warm, wonderful people in there. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yep. We can't skip ahead. Yeah. Yep. Yep. We got to go through it all. We have to go through it all. Ugh. Yeah. That reminds me of a quote by Anne Lamott, who I got to speak to in June. She said, "You can't compare your insides to somebody else's outsides. And you can't compare where you are in your journey right now or where someone else is or where even you want to be. You just kind of have to be there." Oh, there's so many. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shannon says, "Writing is a journey that just has seasons." Yeah. "Creativity does not have a deadline, just hills and valleys." Yes. "For creators, there is no stop or end. We're always creating. We mistake it for producing." Ooh. It's another really rich topic, is creating versus producing. Yes. Who are we? Oh yeah, Allie. Dining in, whoops. There we go. So in addition to Augie's Attic, Hanapocalypse, Cybernautica, Omen, make sure you're listening to Dining in the Void. I think Allie has another show, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it's called or if it's launched yet. So if you can think, yes. Thank you, Tim. There we go. Yes. Spectre, Omen. Yes. Beautiful. Aw, Tim, thanks for being here. It's great to see you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys. Yeah, the Audioverse Awards is a great way to discover new podcasts. Yeah. I've like, when I was voting for the Audioverse Awards, I was like, oh, and then I would like download the first 3 episodes. I'd go to the next one, like, oh, and I download the first 3 episodes. So that's fantastic. Yes, thank you, Alex. Yes, Ostium. I never know how to pronounce this. Circa, Circe. and writing walks. Yeah, Alex has like 900 900 podcasts. Yes. Oh, good. Um I finally started the tea podcast and it's absolutely delightful. Good. Good. Yes, where there's tea, there's hope, and ostium and writing walks. Yes. Circe. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, Damien, you're lovely. If you ever need a quick social media boost and I can help, don't be afraid to ask for a retweet or a post on something. You're literally asking me for nothing since I admire all of you guys. Oh, Damien, that's so beautiful. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Kindness is everything. Yes, Dining in the Void. So yes, Allie's shows are at Dining in the Void. So Zebulon Podcasts, if you can see the link here, you can click it if you're over in Discord. Yes, Human Error. Thank you. That is their other show, Human Error. Yes. And Ostium. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are wonderful. Yeah. Things are hard. We don't always get the results that we want. And I know, because Tim and I were just talking about this. And then I was on the phone with a friend. Oh, thank you. And here's Alex's show, just so you can know to go there. Yeah, I was talking on the phone today just with another friend who I view as very successful. And she's frustrated that her shows aren't getting the downloads that she wants, and that her stories aren't getting the eyeballs that she wants. Yeah, I would love to continue talking about that this week over in our Discord. So if you're able to pop on over there, if you need an invitation, let one of our beautiful mods know. But I want to think more about supporting each other and finding our audience and dealing with anxiety and depression and motivation and building resilience. I think I'm going to make a Right Now podcast episode about that. I think that's really interesting. If this is your first time, at a create along, you might be wondering, why aren't we creating anything? Well, it's because we're doing a little extra talking. Oh, hey, Takara's here. Hey, Takara. We're doing a little extra chatting tonight because I think we need it. I needed it. And I think a lot of you needed to like talk some of this out. I hope you feel heard. Yeah. Yeah, it's very hit or miss. Yeah. Skit, thank you for sharing. And I think honestly, part of this is, can we just be transparent with our numbers too? You know, it's like, I think we all assume like, oh, you know, Cybernautica must be getting like 1 million downloads a month. And it's like, no, you know, here's the more realistic number. This is what I'm getting. So Skit says, my first show, Disenchanted, just hit 15,000 downloads. My second show, Creep, just hit 1,000. And my third show, Solo, only has like 650. It's very hit or miss. It is. It is. It absolutely is. And there's so many like weird variables about whether your creative work lands with an audience and which audience it's landing with and where it is. Yeah. Engagement. Yeah. You'll always need more or a different kind. That's frustrating, isn't it? That's frustrating. You know, Girl in Space did fairly well just because of a lot of different factors. And I'm still like, well, I don't have as many downloads as like King Falls, or I don't have as many downloads as Magnus Archives or We're Alive, or, you know, whatever the new celebrity show is. They always seem to do pretty well. But yeah. Oh, Augie, that's great. Wow, that was really thoughtful. Augie says I made a spreadsheet for all of our stuff. That's awesome. What a great idea. So if you want to boost each other's stuff, and again, the Show Your Work channel on Discord, if you want to share your poems, your short stories, links to whatever you've published, like please do that as well. It is. And it's, yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, Anne says in 2.5 years, my podcast has 4,375 downloads after 2 years, 2.5 years. Yeah. And every show is different. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I told that to Tim yesterday. I don't remember, Tim, if we were on a walk or if we were just sitting in the living room. And, you know, we get really stuck with how is my show performing right now? And I was like, Tim, your show is still going to be finding new listeners 5 years from now. Like, there's a lot of podcasts that I'm only just now discovering. There's a lot of books that I'm reading that were published like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm reading books from the 90s and I'm like, oh, I just discovered this new book. And, the author's probably like, I wrote that 30 years ago and it's just now getting popular, right? It's a marathon. You got to be in it for the long haul. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And you can't be discouraged. And Anne, even if you don't have, oh, Sarah, thank you. Yeah. Anne says, I can't be totally discouraged. Yeah. And you know what? A lot of the time, and I appreciate, I don't remember now who said it, some amazing and wonderful person above in the chat, was saying that it's really, really hard to find people who will like explicitly say, I love this show, right? So I know with all of my shows, I think it's less than 1% of people leave reviews, right? If you look at the number of downloads versus the number of reviews that you have. And so there's always this like huge silent mass of people who may be engaging with your work or listening or reading. And you don't know it. Or you'll get one person who really connects with your work. And yeah, it's just one person, but still it's one person. I know a lot of us start out with our novel, with our memoir, with our podcast, and say, well, if this just reaches one person, if this changes one person's life, it's worth it. You can't say you haven't changed that one person's life. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Damien says Cybernautica did better for numbers after Breakwall was finished. That blew my mind. When we weren't making content or promoting, our numbers actually went up. That makes zero sense. You can't control it. Yeah. Podcasts, novels, short stories, they're evergreen. You can write one tomorrow and publish it, and maybe nobody will visit it. And nobody will visit it the next day. Nobody will visit it on Friday. But 6 years from now, someone discovers it and you get 1 million reads or you get 1 million downloads. Your work's not going to go away. And that's maybe a good thing. Maybe that's a comforting thought. Yeah. Do I even want to know, Jimmy, do I want to know the cynical thing that popped into your head about the marathon, not a sprint line? Does it have anything to do with bathroom breaks? I only ask that because my brother runs marathons. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Hoshi, what a sweet and beautiful thing. Hoshi says, to the creators that have put themselves out there, you did it. You made yourselves vulnerable. Yes. And open to the world. Yes. Keep at it because you are loved. You absolutely are. You absolutely are. Yeah, exactly. And some platforms don't allow ratings and reviews. It's just, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Fantastic. Yeah. Shannon says, I didn't discover Right Now until 2 years ago, and look at us now. I know. It's like we're here together creating. And I didn't know 6 years ago that in 4 years I would have you as a listener, right? Like we can't, I think there's just some things like that we don't comprehend. There's a lot going on. Okay, so I've got Jimmy's cynical comment here that I want to share. So Jimmy says, writing is a marathon, not a sprint. You plod along slowly, mile after mile, pushing your body and soul up past their limits until you reach the finish line and collapse in a weary pile of spent humanity. Yes, but why were you running a marathon in the first place? Because you can stop. You can get off the track. You can go to a bakery and eat a box of cookies. But you're running a marathon because something inside of you wants to keep going. There's a reason that you're running a marathon. Tim says, I am spent humanity. Yeah, but Tim, there's a reason you did this. There's a reason you're doing this. Yeah. Tim says, this is so tough to admit, but yes, I'm really jazzed about Omen, and I think I'm my own biggest fan. Why does that feel icky to say? It's because we're supposed to be humble, maybe, because we're not supposed to be in love with our own work, because I think we're afraid to be narcissistic, or we're afraid to be the type of creator that gets like tunnel vision, like a George Lucas, who went from being in love with his work to like weirdly worshiping his own. I don't know if that's the right word, but there's something there. Or like Stephanie Meyer of Twilight, who got really aggressive about how the movies should go and ended up like, I don't want to say like ruining them, but her presence was not helpful. So Tim, I get that. I get that it feels gross to say I'm my own biggest fan. But like at the same time, you have to be. I had to learn years ago to like be my own advocate because nobody was going to advocate for me. Nobody cares about your work like you do. And that's like such a weird, yeah, that's a weird thing. Yes, yes. We're told to be humble. Yes. Mm-hmm. Ooh, oh, these are good. Oh, these are good. Oh, these are great responses. Okay. Jimmy says we're not supposed to be a loud cheerleader for ourselves, and supposed to is in quotes, but I think it's okay to love the stuff you make more than okay. That is part of you. The stuff we make is part of us, right? Like every character we write is a little bit us. Every narrator is a little bit us. Every story is a little bit our story, or a lot our story. And I think here's something that it feels icky to love your work because we're taught not to be too in love with ourselves, right? And if our work is an extension of ourselves, you don't want to walk around being like, look at me. Look how beautiful I am. Look how smart and wise and accomplished. Like, because that's like, you sort of end up as like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, right? And but like, where do we draw the line in our society, right? Because like Gaston is like a bad guy, but he loves himself, but he loves himself at the expense of other people's health and well-being, right? So like if you are walking down the street, like looking into a mirror, admiring yourself, and you like push an old lady off a cliff, that's a problem. But I think it's okay to look into a mirror and like what you see. I think it's okay to love yourself and love your work. But yeah. Jimmy says, oh, right. Then you spend weeks to recover so you can do it again. Right. And that's the thing, isn't it? We keep doing it. And I think that that's important. I think that's important. Mm-hmm. Talia says, I'm dying, Tim. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, a big factor. I think it's because I'm quick to judge other creators, who are really excited about their own stuff. That might be jealousy, or manifesting self-judgment, stuff I'm working on. Yes. We cringe away, we hide away from qualities in others that we are afraid to exhibit ourselves. Yeah, Tim, that might be part of it. Oh, I love that, Tania. Well, I don't love that you were hospitalized. Tania says, in 2015, I was hospitalized on bed rest. Yeah, for a complicated and life-threatening pregnancy. Oh, that's terrifying. While I was trapped in that hospital room, I read The Martian by Andy Weir. It would be about 2 years before San Diego Comic-Con brought him to an event nearby where I could hand him a letter I wrote thanking him for the story he wrote that he had no idea would help me through that terrifying time. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that, Tania. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Jimmy says I write because I'm a writer. I don't write because I'm a good writer or a popular writer. I would argue you're a very good writer, but maybe I'm biased. Jimmy continues, I probably won't be either of those, and that gnaws at me. I hate it, but I am what I am. Maybe that's what resilience looks like. Maybe that's resilience. Yeah. Takara says, sometimes my author page gets views and sometimes it doesn't. That doesn't mean that I'm not a good writer, right? It just means that your audience is looking at your page. I think there's definitely a correlation, causation, like, oh, if nobody is reading my work, therefore I am a bad writer or my writing is bad. And it's like, there's a lot of variables and a lot of factors there. Absolutely. There's so much rich, beautiful stuff in the comments. Look at this. I know anybody who's watching the replay, I hope I'm featuring enough comments so that you feel like you're part of the conversation. Yes, yes. Yeah, Tim, I appreciate this. There's a huge difference between loving yourself and worshiping yourself. Yes, that's very true. Falling Hoshi says, it feels weird being the voice of compassion because I'm a pressure cooker of self-doubt and anxiety. Same. Same. Interesting. Yeah. Forsaken Fallen says you need a certain amount of ego in order to be successful. Yes. 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 We need to feel like our work is good, even if it doesn't land for somebody else. Yes. And that comes back to people's tastes, which are subjective, and that is frustrating. It also reminds me of something. I don't know if you guys have read The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And I want to find this quote because that just reminded me of something really important. Okay, I'm not going to take the time here to look it up because that'll just take a lot of time. But basically what she says is oftentimes, what makes a writer's career isn't how good of a writer they are, it's how audacious they're willing to be and how bold they're willing to be and how resilient they are and how they keep going. Sometimes audacity overcomes talent. Hey, the Cube. Hey, it's good to see you. Yes, Daliage. No one writes like Gaston, builds worlds like Gaston. Yes. Good. Avenzi says, I unabashedly love my own work. I don't like promoting my own work and telling people to come look at my thing. I find that very hard. And yes, that is very hard. That's very hard. Oh my gosh. Jimmy says, will pushing the old lady off the cliff get me more readers? Is she a mean old lady? I'm just asking necessary questions here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. Maybe this old lady needs to be pushed off the cliff. Maybe we're doing good and getting a bigger audience. Yeah, maybe we'll end up in the tabloids for murdering an old lady, and then everybody will know our name and go out and buy our books. Okay, don't do that. That is not a marketing strategy. Murder is not a marketing strategy. Okay, write that one down. That's important. Murder is not a marketing strategy. Oh, Cube says, how does our message get on screen? I just click on it. I have like a little menu of like everybody's comments, and it's been going kind of fast. So if I don't feature your comment, I'm sorry. I can't get to all of them, but yeah, you just comment, and I'll like be reading through and kind of feature them as they come up. Yeah, Pico says, my confidence really took a hard hit a few years ago, and building it back up means a lot of telling myself that I am important, I have worth, and caring about me. Yes. Yes. You know what I haven't been doing is insisting that you hydrate. So self-care, if you have water with you or tea or whatever you're drinking, hydrate. Don't dehydrate. Um, Gosh, caring for ourselves gets really hard, and we start thinking we don't deserve it. And we start thinking we don't deserve love and compassion and all these other things. And it's like, it gets so big and messy. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Marketing 101. Don't murder people. Yes. No murdering. No murdering. Yes. See, this is good. This is good. Good. You're learning valuable lessons. Valuable lessons from Wednesday night create along. Don't murder people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys are amazing. Ooh, Sarah. Yeah. We haven't even touched on this yet. Sarah says in Quebec, being successful is viewed badly, mostly because of historical beliefs scarring our culture. Say it's time I let go of the past, and say it's okay to want success. Yeah. Oh gosh, absolutely. Mm. Augie, this is a really good insight too. Augie says, I feel like the aspect of humility comes from seeing big Hollywood stars eating up the limelight rather than independent artists advocating for work the world doesn't know about unless they tell them. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Shannon says, I love what I write when I first write it. Is all good until I reread it and then the critic shows up. Yeah. We are all our own worst critics. And I think sometimes we're not even the critic. Like we're assuming that there's a critic and we're reading our work or listening to our work through their eyes or through their ears or through their senses. And we're like projecting some really awful message onto it. I think that's part of it too. Oh, yes, Jimmy and Augie, guest writers for Han Apocalypse. Check that out. Connect with Damien if you haven't already. Tim says, I don't think Gaston is literate. Yikes. It's okay. He can learn. He can learn. If the beast can learn to be um, a decent person, then Gaston can learn to read. Takara says, Jimmy, you are an awesome writer. Thank you, Takara. Yes. Pico Machine says, I need to dig out my copy of The Artist's Way from the moving boxes. It's been good. I've been taking it seriously and doing all of the exercises and tasks in it, and it feels good this time around. Jimmy says, audacious, huh? I see we're back to the Jimmy gets arrested for publicly streaking through town with his poems painted on his chest and back strategy again. Okay, also don't do that. Okay, no murdering, but also no streaking. See, this is Sarah's marketing 101. Well, marketing 101 is no murdering. Marketing 102 is no streaking. And or basically like anything else that gets you like arrested. Anything that is a crime, don't do that. Oh. Yes, only murder plots. You can murder tons of people in your fictional work. Yes, that is important. Oh my gosh. Does the beast learn to read by the end of the movie? Yes, because I think they show him with a book. Oh, this is like senior level thesis. Frederica Fallon says it makes sense that Gaston can't read because neither could Beast. The difference was that Beast wanted to learn and Gaston just wanted to shame Belle into not doing it anymore. Wow. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was next level. Mhm. There's also there's also this like very intriguing side conversation going on here. Um, we're continuing to talk about pushing the old lady off the cliff, which was not the point of what I was saying. Um, but also there's this conversation about how to spell bated breath. Is it Baited or Bated? It's actually Bated, bated breath. And Augie is doing some research and learned that it's a verb. Bait comes from of a falcon or hawk. So I'll be now calling it falcon breath. Who knew? Look at this. Detective, Jimmy says. Who could have pushed elderly Mrs. McGillicuddy off this cliff to her death? Literally 1,000 writers and podcasters look away suspiciously. Okay, okay, the lesson here is don't murder. Tim is climbing on the bandwagon and saying the old lady signifies self-doubt. Push her, yes, push her. Oh, I failed. I failed you all. Oh. Yep. Okay, I was too. Falling Hoshi, terrified of Beauty and the Beast. I was too. Because that scene where they're like doing the Be Our Guest song, and I was like, I was a very like obedient rules following child. And so I was like, oh my gosh, Belle is not, they're not supposed to be throwing her a feast and they are going to get into so much trouble. And it just like gave me a panic attack. So that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yes. It's not murder if she lands in a pool or a foam mattress. There you go. There you go. Sarah, you're out of spoons. Go lay down. Be good to yourself. Uh, I think we're just having a conversation tonight. And if you want, you can mute me or you can head out of this chat um, and go work on your stuff. Or you can hang out for a little while more and, um, you can work on stuff afterward. But I'm really grateful that we're having, I mean, I know we're talking about pushing old ladies off of cliffs, which we shouldn't do. But I also think that this is a really good discussion. And I think it's really important to talk about these things. And I'm just having so much fun hanging out with you. But I do also want to say if you need to go either to write, create, or to sleep, if you need to go play video games, I always want this space to be a good, healthy, invigorating, encouraging space for creative people like you. And so if being here is good for your heart right now, then that's great. And that's what I want. If you need to be writing, please go do that. If you need to be sleeping, please go sleep. If you need to make a cup of tea, go get a cup of tea. What do you need to take good care of yourself right now? That's what I want you to do. Oh, I know, I know, I know. Waiting for that hammer to drop. That's such a good way of putting it, Pinball Princess. That's such a good way. That's such a good way of putting it. Oh, that's exciting. You get to work with Tom Schalk in this coming episode of Hannahpocalypse. Oh, that's exciting. Good night, Pico. Good. Good. Augie, that makes me feel good. Good. Making your cocoa. I love it. Yeah, seriously. Jimmy says, the chat an hour ago. We are so depressed. The chat now. Murder, Gaston, nudity, incorrect grammar. This is what happens. when we don't have the creating part of the create along. We just go nuts. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that this is helping. Good. I think what we'll do, here's an idea. Oh, there's a lot. There's still a lot going on here in the chat. Oh, I know. I yell at the screen a lot too. It's like, just talk to them. Talk out these problems. Ugh, I hate it. Hoshi says, it's the 11th anniversary of my uncle's passing. Maybe that is why I'm feeling extra encouraging, because my uncle was the kindest man I ever knew. And if he was here, he would tell everyone here they're wonderful. Falling Hoshi, I am so sorry for the loss of this beautiful person, but I love that you are sending out that message to all of us tonight. So thank you. Oh, that's right. We haven't talked about food. I know. Usually we'll get into the food chat later, maybe. Oh, nonsense. Jimmy, nonsense writing is super fun. Like, you've read like Ogden Nash and Lewis Carroll, right? Like, that's the fun stuff. Steffers, have a good evening. Go get some sleep. Take good care of yourself. Oh, good. Good. Damien says, honestly, this has really helped. Good. The mood is so much different from the start of the stream. Sometimes we just need to talk. And the only folks that really understand our problems are peers. Yes. Yeah. I know it can be hard to find other creators who are friends and talk with them about the stuff that matters. Oh, Damien, your comment showed up again. I mean, it's worth it because it's a good comment. But yeah, it really is important to have a community of your peers, of people who understand what you're going through and who get it. And you can't find that just anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I wish, you know what? I wish we were all just like around a big fire roasting marshmallows, or just, marshmallows are optional if you're not into the sugar or what have you. Just wish we were all chatting in a big room together. Yeah. Hey, Marissa, it's good to see you. Alex is heading out. Ooh, mini series. Excellent. Oh, and you've got an Indiegogo kicking off. Excellent. Marissa, it's really good to see you. This is an excellent point. Gaston eats 2 dozen eggs for breakfast. Yes, yes. Wait, what? Who's making a pillow fort? I missed something. Yeah. Yeah. Damien says other support is just kind of good intention support by loved ones. They're like, you can do it, or how's your thing coming along? They mean well and they care about you, but they don't get it. But they only see the misery, not the pain in the process. Yes, that is. Tim is creating a list of Gaston's top 10 favorite foods. Number 1, handsome beef. Number 2, Dahlia says eggs. Oh, Augie, I want this. I want it sounds like the best writing, it sounds like daycare for writers, and I want it. Pillows on the floor, maybe a blanket fort, snacks, Stardew Valley music in the background, stickers for everyone. I've got this like really big roll of like unicorn stickers, and I really want to like, there's hundreds of stickers on here, and we got to find a way to use this. Okay. We're going to use the big roll of unicorn stickers for something. I love that. Number 3, barge. Yes, group catharsis at our retreat featuring Gaston pushing ladies off of cliffs for having correct grammar or something. Oh, I love it. Yes, pillow fort, pillow avalanche. Oh, I love it. Number 4, milk. Yes. I love that this has gotten extremely weird, and I'm here for it. I'm here for this. Yes. Oh, Jimmy, I get this. How's your little writing thing coming? Oh, you mean my career? I hope people are asking about your creative work, but they're not belittling it like that. How's your little writing thing coming along? Oh, you mean my life's purpose? I would almost encourage you to say that. Like, oh, my life's purpose, my mission, my work, my life. Mm. What? This sounds like something Tim would do. It's like a cold blanket fort. Putting the blanket over the air conditioning on the floor, weighing it down so when the AC comes on, the blanket puffs up like a parachute. Oh, yeah, yep. I feel like you have to have a yes, yes. Augie says yes to that. I don't even know where this is going, but we're up to boiled eggs and antlers. Yeah, Tim, I appreciate this. Tim says, if someone asked how my little podcasting thing is going, I'd just say, you wouldn't get it. Yeah, I think that's a very good response. Jimmy says, very few people ask me about my writing. My parents do sometimes. And honestly, parents usually don't get it. They love you, but they don't get it. Yeah. Yes. He uses antlers and all his decorating. He does. No one decorates like Gaston. Oh, I love this. Damien says, you know what's dangerous about this sort of talk, folks? You stimulate my imagination just by your company and sharing each other's burdens, which just gives me more ideas for other things I can't do. Well, don't say can't, or maybe append yet to the end of that. So other things you can't do right now or yet. I think you'll get to them. You'll get to them. You have a long and prolific writing and creating career ahead of you, Damien. Yes, you do. Furs. Wait, I thought this was his diet. I don't think he's eating the antlers and furs. What happened to all the eggs? Ooh, next project already planned out. Inspired to do a Viking saga. Is there anything like that in podcasting? And will it be a podcast, or are you doing a novel or a TV pilot? Like, what are you doing? I want to know. I want to know all the secrets. Gross. Gaston eats pelts like jerky. Oh, I thought this said jelly at first. And I was like, jerky. I can see that though. It'd be a podcast. Okay. Okay. Augie says, I thought we were putting together a grocery list. The chat's devolved. That's what happened. Hey, Kathy. Oh, good. Oh, thank you for coming in. So I know we weren't super productive tonight, but I think this is a really good discussion. So I hope that you still find value in tonight's create along. Oh, Falling Hoshi says, maybe one day I will tell people outside you guys, my therapist, and my husband that I'm writing. You put writing in quotes. You don't have to do that. You can just say that you're writing. You can do that. Yes. Okay, you know what? This is true, Augie. We productively got most of us out of a funk. Yes. Okay, yes, you're right. You're right. Yes. Oh, Shannon says this is the most productive thing I've done all week. Oh, amen. Pinball Princess says writing is more than production. It is. It is. It is. Gaston's famous pelt and antler omelet. Why do I love this so much? Are we all just going to be up late tonight writing Gaston fan fiction? Good. Anne put marshmallows in that cocoa. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yes, an all monster version of Beauty and the Beast. It looks like Jimmy's on it. It looks like Jimmy's got it. Yes, yes. Please do this. This is your next story, Jimmy. This is your next story. Oh my gosh, Damien, this looks amazing. Sci-fi space themes, taking inspiration from Metroid, Alien. Ooh, Chinese Han Dynasty string and visuals. Okay. I can't wait for it. Oh my gosh. Jimmy says, do you realize how sinister Be Our Guest becomes under that scenario? Yeah. I want it. I want it. I want horror Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, but it's cryptids in the style of cats. Oh my gosh, what is happening in my brain right now? It's like somebody's doing like one of those confetti guns. It's just that's what my brain is right now. On ice. Oh, Disney on Ice. Yes. Yes. My gosh. Shannon says, now we're going to make blanket forts with the air conditioner vent and right in there. Perfect. Yes, do it. Horror, Beauty and the Beast on Ice. That's where, okay, that's where tonight's chat has taken us. The next step in our creative lives, Beauty and the Beast on Ice, staffed, or I guess cast by monsters. Yes, this is what creating looks like. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. Oh, yes, now we've devolved. Or have we finally evolved into our final form? See, you're asking the good questions here. Also, my little alarm is going off that says it's time to like, this is usually, so okay, yes, our final form is silly and tired. It really is. Usually at 8:27 p.m. Central, what I do is I start loading the Alpenhorn sound file so that at 8:30 I can hit play and scare all of you. Yeah, throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And honestly, this is part of it too. This is part of it too. Oh, should we play? Okay, yeah, play it anyway. Play the Alpenhorn for kicks. Okay, give me a second. I'll load it up. You guys can chat amongst yourselves. Chat amongst yourselves? Is that correct? Is that a thing? All right, turn my volume up. The reason that I do this at 8:27 and not 8:29 is because it takes 900 years to load. Yes, yes. This is that fun that feels like being drunk, but really we're just laughing and our faces hurt. Yes, yes, I'm getting some, yeah, like it's definitely, and you know what? I think I needed this just as much as you guys did. I freaking appreciate you all so much. Tim says, Alpenhorn us. Okay, well, we have 2 minutes still, and it's still loading. It's still very, very slowly. I'm gonna make sure I get the right file even. Here we go. Okay, we have 1 minute until the Alpenhorn. Jimmy says, news alert, the Shudder Network has acquired the rights to Beauty and the Beast from Disney. George A. Romero is attached to direct, words and music by Lin-Manuel Miranda, choreography by Baz Luhrmann. Oh my gosh. I don't think humanity could handle that. I don't think. Gentle yeeting in real time. Yes, this is Sarah's self-care along. Yes, yes. You're in a healthy place here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave this comment up while I play the Alpenhorn. Oh my gosh. Tim says Beauty and the Beast, Oops All Monsters on Ice featuring Brian Boitano. You guys are incredible. Also, you have been gently yeeted. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love this. I love this. Falling Hoshi says, there goes the zombie with the brain like always. This is going places. This is going places. And by places, I mean Broadway. There was extra echo tonight. I don't know what that was about. Maybe I had it on a little too loud. Maybe I had it a little too loud. Tim says, I got yeeted, son. Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, Damien. So, okay, did you find this poem or did you write it and can you use it? And does it go to music? A lot of questions here. Alpin snorting. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, our first group project and it's going to be a hit. Oh, the song already exists. Okay. Yes, we yeeted in harmony. Oh. You know what, Augie? Thank you. Your optimism is appreciated. Forsaken says what? There's a what? Oh, I forgot about that. Was it Turn Off the Dark? Is that what I'm thinking of? It's a traditional Viking poem. That's amazing and beautiful. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited. Also, I've been talking for an hour and a half now, and it was actually earlier. I went for a walk and had a phone call with a friend, and kind of came home, and I was like, I'm really tired because it's been quite a day. And I was like, oh, I almost don't want to do a create along tonight because I don't have the energy. And here I go, I'm just like talking for like an hour and a half. So yeah. I did not know about this, about the Ratatouille musical. Wow. So good, yes. So good it knocks the old ladies right off their feet. Or off of the nearest cliff, if you will. Tim says I'm getting longing for bed vibes. Yes, I think it's time. I think it's time for Sarah to begin wrapping up. Because Sarah is a delicate flower that needs to go be protected by her own pillow fort of a bed. But oh yes, that is the important question. Did they get Patton Oswalt? Yeah. Tim says, let us slither off to bed. Before I run away, I just want to say thank you. If you're watching this, if you're watching the replay, it's a really loud helicopter. If you're watching the replay and you made it this far, thank you for being here with us. Thank you for experiencing this beautiful creative energy. I am so freaking grateful for every single one of you who are watching this live right now. Like participating, commenting, lurking, whatever you're doing right now. Tim says they found me. Yeah, there's like a helicopter just like circling. Get to the chopper. Good. Forsaken Fallen says tonight was lovely, and I managed to get some work done before we spiraled into Gaston. Good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear that. Protect the hand of Tim. They've come for the hand of Tim. The old lady tattled. You guys are brilliant. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And thank you also for showing up for us, for the rest of this community. This community would not be the same without you. So thank you for being here. I'm so, so grateful that I get to spend my Wednesday evenings with you. Like this is just magic. We need creative community. I need creative community. I'm feeling better than I have felt all day. Yeah, yes, yes. Jimmy says, y'all, thank you for helping me feel so much less craptastic. This is the best I've felt in 2 days. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. I think that's what we're all here for. Yes, the crap weasels are out. Yes, yeet the crap weasels out of your system. Yeah, I didn't know I needed this either. Augie says we've built a whole world from this chat. I love it. Yes. Yes. Yes, the crap weasels are no match for Monster Gaston. Oh, you guys. Now I'm trying to think of like a way to work crap weasel. Like, who would the crap weasels be in Beauty and the Beast? Would like all of like the Lumiere and like the Cogsworth, like would those just be all crap weasels? Like an army of crap weasels? Is that is that what this would be? Oh, Marissa, good. I'm glad to see you. Marissa says I'm getting really good vibes from this whole group, and it seems like a therapeutic scene. Good, good. I need it. Can't wait to watch. Oh, goblins. Yes. Yes. Hummingbird cake. Hummingbird cake. Mosquito cake. Yes, hummingbird cake. For everyone. I think you need it. Yes. Oh, the townspeople. Okay. Sorry, I'm like clicking everywhere. The townspeople are the crap weasels. Okay, yes, because they're nasty. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that blonde trio of ladies. I know. I don't know how to spell it either, but yes, one big crap weasel. I love it. My friends, I am going to go to bed and dream of Gaston and eggs and antlers and pushing old ladies off of cliffs and crap weasels. And you know, that's what we've got here. That's what we've got here. All right. Please take good care of yourselves. Again, if you are not already a member of our Writers Mastermind Discord, come join us. It's free. It's just come and go as you please. You can participate as much or as little as you want. There's some days I'm in there all day, and there's some multiple days where I'm not in there at all. But, I think that's true of many of us. So come join us. Come hang out. It's a great place to be. One more thing, if this is your first time here, hello and welcome. I should have welcomed you like 2 hours ago, but hi, I'm glad you're here. I'm Sarah, and we do this every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central. So that is 6 p.m. I messed up. 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we usually go for an hour or two or more or less. And we also usually have a creative session in there. So like, we don't usually just talk the whole time like this. Like usually at around 7:30 p.m. Central, we like set aside an hour for like working on our projects. But I think tonight we just needed to be here together in community. Dahlia says if it's your first time here, I'm sorry, but also not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this from Twitch, go ahead and follow me if you want. I also stream calming video games like Stardew Valley. Although for October, I'm thinking of like streaming a scary game. I don't know how that would go over, but I have like Amnesia and Alan Wake and like Spooky's House of Jump Scares. I just have all these like fun, scary little games that might be fun to stream. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing in and of itself. But yeah, I also want to encourage you to check out the podcasts of all the amazing people in this group. Tim Krause has Omen. Oh gosh, I'm going to try to remember all of these. Damien has Hanapocalypse and Cybernautica. Alex has Ostium and Writing Walks. Allie has Dining in the Void and Human Error. Augie has Augie's Attic. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting someone. Good. Down for Spoopy Games. Oh, showcase of spoops. Oh, I'm totally going to do that, Tim. I really, really want to do that. What's Little Nightmares? I don't know Little Nightmares. Oh, and one more thing. If you're not subscribed, oh, it's on the show. It's on the spreadsheet. Good. And make sure, Jimmy, that you add your newsletter to the spreadsheet as well. Jimmy sends out a newsletter called Thursday every Wednesday. And it's just full of great advice. And I enjoy reading it every week. And I think you will too. So check that out. Oh, Little Nightmares. Okay, I'm going to add that to my list. Okay, that's really good to know. Both are splendid. Little Nightmares. Okay. Yes. And here is a link to the spreadsheets. Yes. What's Rusty Lake? Oh, this is going to be a problem for me because I'm like, let me write down all these things that I don't know. Okay, but then I do have to go. Okay, so Little Nightmares and Rusty Lake. I'm writing it down. Okay. Yes, now accepting spoopy video game Cube Escape. Okay. I know, love and hate, yes. Oh, Rusty Lake is a company. Oh. Oh. The Last Door. Oh. Oh, thank you. And Anne, you added your Spotify link to your podcast. Good. Okay. I'm going to check all of these out. Cube Escape. Okay. I really do have to go now. I love and adore you all. I am so grateful once again for each and every one of you. And just take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Remember that it's important to remember you're human. It's good to laugh. Get in touch with other writers. They understand. You're not alone, and you are loved. Oh, Nancy Drew games. I can't even get started on how much I love those Nancy Drew games. Oh, they're so good. Okay, friends. I'm gonna run away now. Yeah, it has been a real pleasure to speak with you tonight and to hang out with you and to laugh with you. This has been the best part of my day. So take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.